Yeah. So unfortunately, as you kind of alluded to, that rates differ state to state. Actually, rates unfortunately change based off of zip codes. I mean, as little as zip codes, not just state driven anyway. But not every carrier is in every state. But if they are in that other state, unfortunately, there are laws and regulations to every state. So anytime you move to another state, whether it's from Illinois to Missouri, once you do that, you do have coverage automatically when you move to that state, but you will eventually need to obtain a new policy in the state that you reside. But that, like I said, doesn't mean you always have to switch insurance agencies. It's maybe a company or so, but as long as you're dealing with an independent agent like us, most likely we'll be able to move you to a different policy, whether it's the same company or not, to help you continue your life in that other state. As I said earlier, we do have it broken down by different lines. So we have the home and the auto, the life insurance, the farm, the crop, the life, the health. We also sell PRF. Our top carriers that we sell within MidState, I would say, is probably Erie, Auto Owners, Progressive, Cincinnati, Madison Mutual. I'd say those are probably our top 5 carriers. I mean, we have some other ones, obviously like Nationwide, things like that, but that just doesn't work in our area like it would in maybe Chicago. So, but that's why it's nice to have an independent agent, because what happens, these name brands, that the Nationwides and maybe Geico or Progressive works really well up in Chicago, but when you come down here into Midwest, it doesn't work that well. Okay, that's a good question. A lot of people think we are the carrier, for instance, but we really aren't. We are the middleman that knows their product. I guess you can kind of sells their product. So we know their product, we sell it, we explain all the coverages to you, but at the end of the day, the carrier that we are selling you the product for is the one that writes the paychecks. So they pay us to service their policyholders. So if you have questions about a claim, questions about coverages, things like that, we step in so that they're not, bombarded with all these questions. Kind of helps. That's our job, is to educate you, to know what you're doing, so you don't have a question come claim time. You know it's covered. There's not a question if there is. So when people go online, you don't know what you're buying. So that's where us as agents, it's kind of nice that we know what we're educated, we're trained, we're licensed to sell and to explain what these coverages are. So we're the middleman between the carrier. At the end, for the claims process, we're here to help you. We can't write checks, but we're here to help you navigate through that. So if you have a hard time getting a hold of your adjuster, we have supervisors that we can get a hold of to help maybe push that along. We might even be able to get you in a rental car, get a reservation number for Enterprise to get you in a rental car while your car just got totaled and you can't drive and you have to go to work. Just because you had a car accident doesn't mean life stops and you don't have to go to work. Every day you still have to go to work. And so we try to step in, help push it along to get you in that rental car faster. Now, there are times that things are out of our control. Not saying it's the policyholder's problem either, but sometimes adjusters go on vacation. They got assigned your claim, and then at that point, it's all automated at first, right? You file a claim, it gets sent to an adjuster. Well, not every day is that adjuster going to be working. They're typically a Monday to Friday kind of person. So, but they also have lives with 2 weeks of vacation. So sometimes there has been times that I have seen that an adjuster got assigned a claim a day or two before they went on vacation, and they weren't able to completely finish that, and you're kind of stuck in limbo. If you get a hold of us, because we don't know that, obviously, because you're, at the end of the day, we did our job, we set the claim up, we usually sit back and let the adjusters handle it from there. But that's where you need to be transparent with us and let us know that the adjuster's not getting a hold of you, or you're having a hard time getting a hold of them. We have connections where we can reach out to supervisors and get in touch with somebody to kind of push it along. But there are times that claims don't go like they should, especially in today's world where there's a lot of undisclosed drivers. So Progressive, Allstate, State Farm, a lot of them are getting far more strict when it comes to operators. A lot of people don't want to put their 16-year-old drivers on a policy. Well, I get it. It's taking an increase of $200 to $300 a month. But at the end of the day, the reason it's taking a $200 or $300 increase is because of the likelihood that a claim is going to happen. They know that. The inexperienced driver, those are what's going to do it. So you don't want to pay that premium, so you don't put that person on there. Well, insurance companies are catching on and getting kind of fed up with it. So things I have also seen in my career is claims being denied because they are not adding their 16-year-old, 17-year-old, or even 18-year-old kids because they want to save money. Well, why is it fair for you to save money and get a claim paid out if you're not paying the proper premium for a risk that the insurance company did? So the insurance companies are now fighting back and saying, you're not adding your driver. Why do we need to pay the claim? So I have seen, well, these people aren't helping me. Well, at the end of the day, I'm getting a phone call from the carrier stating they just discovered there's an 18-year-old driver that moved in the household and they aren't getting added to the policy. Well, then they come back and say there's permissive use, isn't there? I'm like, yes, there is. However, if they have a regular use to the vehicle, they need to be on the policy because that is a risk. That person is a risk that's driving that vehicle, and they need to be on the policy. And if they aren't, there is a chance that the policy or the claim gets denied. This is fun. We're going to continue to try to do stuff like this to help with education, not only coverages, claims, things, experiences. Maybe, there might be something in the future that I kind of go into detail of claims that I've had. Horrible stuff. But anyway, nonetheless, like I said, we'll continue to do this. If you guys want to reach out for a quote, even a job opportunity, we have offices in Jacksonville and Pittsfield. We also have one coming in Macomb. Always open to expanding our family. So please reach out. Pittsfield's phone number is 217-285-1300. Jacksonville, 217-243-6800. But we're here Monday through Friday at that number, but I'm always one click away or a text away from calling me on the weekends if you need something. Don't forget to like and subscribe.